Everything was deathly quiet, and everyone was tense. The grim assault was halted, and Evernight Castle was abandoned. What is Salem planning? UNSC forward unto dawn. A couple of ODSTs were walking in a hallway. Tucker. Hey, do you know why the commander asked us to be stationed here? Church. Don't know Tuck, but it keeps me up at night. Tucker, seriously. Church. Nah, I'm too busy with texts. Tucker. No shit, you got game? Church. None of your business, Tuck. What about you? Tucker. I just met this girl in Vale during our shore leave. Church. Bullshit. Tucker. Hey, I got her number, smartass. Church. Oh yeah? What is it? Then they bumped into someone, and they looked up to see ODST red team. Griff. Hey, watch it. Tucker. You watch it. Simmons. Hey guys, what were you talking about? Church. Tucker. Here, got a girl's number. Griff. Bullshit. Simmons. Show us pics, or it didn't happen. Tucker. Alright, let me get it. Then sirens began blaring as a ship-wide alert was broadcasted. Church. Caboose. Voice in the distance. Caboose. It wasn't me. Enemy forces has boarded the ship. Moments before. Engineering sector. One of the maintenance crew was found killed, and then suddenly a shadow leapt from the ceiling and killed a few more. Static. Crew member. We have intruders in. He was swiftly dispatched before he could finish his sentence. It was Salem's second and remaining assassin, Mercury. Then Marines arrived to take him down as Grimm suddenly came out of nowhere and began assaulting the troops. He looked behind him as Salem, Watts, and Hazel came out of hiding. Mercury. Nice idea sneaking on board before they took off. Watts. I am a genius after all. Technics tech, and this UNSC can be hacked as well. Salem. Enough, find their bridge. Watts suggested either capturing a soldier or a crew member of find him a terminal to jack in. The Marines were falling back as Grimm kept spawning due to Salem's magic. Meanwhile, back to the Blood Gulch squad. Tucker. How did these Hings get on board? Church. Doesn't matter, keep shooting. The Grimm were multiplying and was overwhelming the skeleton crew. Caboose arrived and helped with grenades, but Church grabbed them from him. Church. Oh no, you don't. You're not blowing up my ass like last time. Caboose. How many times do I have to say it was an accident? Simmons. Guys. Then a chimera was charging at them, they pelted it with assault rifle ammo. It shows no signs of stopping until a rocket flew past them and destroys the chimera's head off. Then Tex along with Sarge and Locus arrive to reinforce them. Sarge. Good job holding the line men well, except for you, Griff. Griff. Fuck you. Sarge. What was that? Griff. Fuck you, sir. Sarge. Much better. Tex. New orders just came in. We have to fall back to the hangar. Simmons. What? Shouldn't we hold them off to protect the bridge? Locus. The commander has enacted Cole protocol. We need to find a pelican. Griff. Holy shit, what was the commander thinking? Sarge. Enough lip, Griff. Get a move on, men. They all proceed to fall back to the hangar along with all the remaining personnel. Salem and her circle made their way through any defenders that got in their way. The Marines fall back as they advance to the bridge. Once there, they find John Arc in his Yggdrasil armor. John then fired his recoilless cannon and hits the circle with a big explosion. But to his surprise, they remained unscathed behind Salem, who created a barrier. John, you're a whole lot better than that fall bitch. Salem. Cinder? She was a mere child. I, on the other hand, have a better grasp of true power. She created a whip made of some kind of energy, and she cracked it on the floor, visibly scorching it. He tried firing his cannon again, and Salem whips the cannon and slices it clean in half. Warnings were blaring on John's HUD as it appears the energy she used is highly concentrated light energy mimicking the Elite's energy, swords that could breach even Mjolnir-grade shielding. John. I got to hand it to you. You're not all bark and no bite. Salem. I will make you suffer for foiling my plans. John. I always thought Grimm were mindless creatures. Then a couple of Beowulfs crawled up next to her as she pats them. Salem. I am no simple Grimm. John. Yeah, right, like you have any plans at all. I'd say you were desperate to strike back that you came here yourself. Static. Bridge officer. Sir, all surviving crew have safely evacuated the ship. He hears from his earpiece that no one else could hear. He backs up to the bridge's controls. Jaune, you want this ship, then you can have it. He activated the slip space drive and plotted a course right into the sun. A slip space rupture opens in front of the forward unto dawn. The dark circle was surprised to see something appear in front of the ship. Jaune's visor shifted to a different coding. Meanwhile, Vacuo UNSC forward operating base. The UNSC forces saw the slip space rupture as the crew of the Forward Unto Dawn arrived and got out of their transports to see the frigate disappear. Tucker, damn. What was the commander's plan anyway? Simmons, you know. Caboose. Do it again. I wasn't looking. Meanwhile, in space, the frigate exited slip space only to see a bright light. The dark circle shields their eyes as the light was too strong. Jaune, enjoy the ride. He then used this distraction to fly right through them and blows a hole in the ship and escapes the flying coffin. Mercury. What the hell was that? Hazel, what is that? They looked forward through the window that was now shielded. Oh, that's the sun. Salem. Way odd. Then the ship rams into it, destroying it and effectively everything on it. Mercury, Hazel, and Watts were lucky. They were vaporized instantly. Salem, on the other hand, was turning to ash and reconstructing herself. She was trapped in an endless loop of incineration and restoration, and with the sun's strongest gravity well, she was stuck there forever, living in agony. Jaune's suit was trying to fly back to Remnant, but it doesn't have the energy capacity to make the trip. Captain Cutter was informed of this risky plan and planned accordingly. They were near the vicinity and dispatched all the Pelicans to search for him. His beacon was active, and it took Isabel a few minutes to find him and the retrieval team to get to him. Good thing the armor has a survival mode similar to Spartan's, or Jaune would have been toast. Literally. And so ends the story of Remnant, and another is about to start.